Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And we are back with another Buffbunny review. They are launching, I would say, like a little mini collection on Saturday, February 25th at 1 PM CST. The usual launch time. This is the Courtside collection. It's a lot of black and white, very neutrals, and they're kind of like trying to play into like basketball and tennis kind of thing. So we got some cute dresses, some skorts, some oversized tees, and like I said, a lot of the things in this collection are just coming in like black and white. Very minimal color, but there are some super cute things that I am excited to try. So as always, you can use my code Kathryn for 10% off at checkout, and I probably won't have the prices by the time I post this video. I usually get them on like the Thursday or Friday before the launch, so always check my Instagram for that. But without further ado, let's get into it. So since there aren't really any new colors this collection, we don't have a color comparison section, which is a big win for me because those take me like hours and I destroy my whole activewear wardrobe every time, so. And for squat tests, I'm just gonna insert it for each item because there's really only black leggings, so you know it's gonna be pretty good. So we're going to start it off with leggings, and the Rebel leggings are back. The Rebel leggings have been one of my favorite, just like go-to black leggings that just have like a little bit of something to them. They obviously usually come in more than just black, but the original Rebel leggings were just that black leopard print. This time we have the Rebel leggings in black bossy print, but it's the same type of like embossing fabric style as the black leopard. So it's going to feel similar to the black leopard, kind of sleek performance, but it's gonna be like a subtle bossy print. So here it is close up, almost just kind of like slightly reflective. From afar, almost gives kind of a faux leather look, but I still do like wearing these for workouts. They're still breathable. They're only coming in this black bossy pattern, and I'm just gonna throw these on for a quick chat. But we have a double layered waistband, no top band. I don't think any of the leggings today have a top band. A slight little V in the front, no front seam, just a slightly extended crotch gusset, and the Rebel leggings always have these super flattering curved glute seams. And the Buffbunny logo is silver. I think it would have been nice to like have it in like the black of the bossy print itself, just to kind of blend in. And then I think all of the leggings today are 26-inch inseam. Okay guys, here are the Rebel leggings. I just love these. They feel so good on. They're super stretchy, but they still have a little compression to them. These are about a medium compression. They have made a couple updates to these since they first launched, and I do like the improvements. First of all, the waistband is a slight V dip down, and that was not how it was like 3 years ago when it first launched. It was flat across at that point. I like the slight V. Still no front seam, there never was. And they also feel more true to size. I originally got a size small back in the day, and it was too big, so I exchanged it for an extra small, and that was the best fit for me. But these are a small, and they fit perfectly. No waistband gaping, not too tight anywhere, just perfect. Love the little waistband compression. They're a high rise. So you have these curved glute seams. They're super flattering. These are medium high on the booty scale. Sometimes I even think they could be a high. You're also getting good cellulite coverage with this little pattern here, and these are just definitely my top black legging of the launch. I think they're super fun. Their performance, they're gonna be good for running, things like that. It really feels like these are going to stay up nicely because they have a little waist snatching to them, and they're still breathable and stretchy. So these are also, I believe, a 26-inch inseam, but for some reason they always just like can feel a little bit longer to me. I think because these are so stretchy, they get a lot of vertical stretch and basically look like a full length on me. So they will also have legacy leggings just in the color black. I do have a pair of black legacy leggings just because these are my favorite Buffbunny leggings, so you gotta have them in black. So these are made of the Newbury fabric. They are a brushed soft material, very stretchy. Here is the up close, brushed soft. If you guys know, the legacy leggings are pretty basic, no front seam, straight across waistband in the front, but the back has those three little like butterfly seam details just to add a little bit, but they're still very neutral. 26-inch inseam. Now, Newbury does collect pet fur. I've heard people say it doesn't collect much pet fur. It collects pet fur. I have spent hours lint rolling. That's an exaggeration. I've spent a lot of time lint rolling black Newbury leggings, and I have had fabrics that grip onto fur more than Newbury, but they still do definitely attract pet fur and lint. So personally, I tend to gravitate towards medium colors for Newbury leggings, just because you won't see every little like fuzz. These are a high rise 26-inch inseam. Compression, Black is usually a little more compressive, so I feel like Newbury is usually kind of light to medium compression. The black is probably a little more medium compression. Booty scale, medium to high. These are flattering on the glutes. The seams go above the glutes. I would say cellulite friendly, especially in this black. And these are always my #1 recommended legging for first-time Buffbunny buyers, or if you just aren't sure what to get from Buffbunny. The Legacy leggings, they just do not disappoint. I feel like they sit up really well, just a classic thing. Next are the Material Girl ribbed leggings. So these are more of like a sleek ribbed material. Here's the fabric up close. It's ribbed, and then on the inside, it's a little more soft. These are only coming in the black. They most recently launched in the Secrets in the Sand collection. That's where I got these ones from. So they have a tapered waistband, no top seam. The waistband does have like a soft V in the front, no front seam. And then they do have just kind of contoured glute seams in the back as well. And the logo on this one is one of those little metal coin logos. Same inseam as the rest of the leggings. I find these to have about a medium compression. I do have a size down in these. I have an extra small, but it is a little bit snug, so I would recommend sticking true to size. Only size down if you're in between sizes. But compared to the Legacy leggings, I just feel like these have a slight more tendency to slide down a little bit. They have fixed the sizing a little bit on these from when they very first launched, so it's not as bad, but I just feel like this material lends itself to a little more sliding down than the Newbury, which I feel like kind of grips onto you a little more. These are definitely cellulite friendly. That ribbed texture really hides cellulite well, and these are black, so that also helps. And they are also very flattering on the glutes, medium high booty scale. These seams are very flattering. They're also those like thinner style seams, kind of more similar to the Rosa leggings instead of the Legacy leggings. But yeah, these aren't my top choice. I'm just not a huge ribbed legging fan, but they definitely have their pros with being, you know, cellulite proof and maybe a little more lifestyle. Now on to shorts and skorts. We're starting it off with the Legacy 4-inch shorts. There's only 4-inch shorts in this collection. I would be more upset about it, but there's literally only one pair of shorts anyway in one color, so not a huge loss. I have these in the Secret Garden teal just because that's what I have, but this color is not launching. So the Legacy shorts, they have a slightly lower rise than the Legacy leggings. The Legacy leggings are usually about a 10-inch rise. These are a 9-inch, so they don't overwhelm you as much if you're a little on the shorter side. So slightly shorter waistband, no front seam, and you still have those little tri-seam details in the back. I would say true to size, but if you're in between, especially because these are only coming in black, I would choose the size up. Black just tends to be a little more compressive in the Newbury. Again, about a medium compression, medium high on the booty scale, and because this is Newbury, it will collect some pepper and lint. And I do find these to be pretty thick thigh friendly, but because they are a 4-inch short, for me that length, it's just gonna roll. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards like a longer short, but if you like a 4-inch short, they're coming in black. Next, we have our first kind of basketball inspired item. We have the pump shorts. So you guys probably remember the Level Up shorts from, I believe it was the Blooming collection. Those were like longer basketball style, like jersey mesh shorts. So these are similar material and everything, but they are shorter. So they're made of a stretchy kind of jersey mesh. Think like old school, like high school, middle school gym shorts. So here they are. This is the pink. This is one of the only ones coming in an actual color, but they're very stretchy, very lightweight. This isn't really the style of short I would wear to work out. I would probably more like lounge in this. I also don't play basketball, so I don't know if this is something they would wear, but it's a nylon spandex material. We have the gold coin logo here. The inseam on the shorts is 2 inches. It sounds really short, but 2 inches just goes a longer way in like a looser short than it does a super tight short. We have 2 front pockets, an elastic waistband with a drawstring. The drawstring is on the inside, but I think you're kind of meant to like roll it so it can be on the outside. Just depends how short you want the short. So let's try it on. All right, so here are the pump shorts. This is a size small. So they're definitely like slightly relaxed fit in your normal size. So I would stick true to size. We have 2 pretty decently spacious front pockets here. I can fit my phone in them. It's definitely a little bit stretchy, so it's gonna move around a little bit. 2-inch inseam, but there are no slits or anything. So I feel comfortable that I'm not really gonna flash anyone with these. Little logo here, and the waistband is pretty high on its own, so let's try flipping it outside. So I feel like a lot of people will wear it this way. First of all, this drawstring, it is one of the stretchy drawstrings. much like the flow shorts and the Lifesaver shorts. So you can flip the waistband out like this, makes them a little bit shorter, just keep that in mind, and then obviously brings the waistband height down a little bit, but I think that this way is super cute. Gives a little more compression to the waist as well. And yeah, I probably mostly wear these as a lounge short. I definitely could see myself kind of wearing these around the house. But kind of depends on what the price is. I feel like this is going to be an item that doesn't really sell super quickly, so this may be a thing that I recommend like snagging on sale in a while if you're not like totally sure about them. Next we have our first skort. This is the Court pleated skort. So Buffbunny launched some skorts again back in the Blooming collection, and I loved those. They ran a little small, so the ones I currently have are a little tight for me, but I loved the length of them because so many skorts are like really short. This one is definitely going to be a little bit short, but we're hoping that it's still okay. I have been wearing more active skirts and dresses. Definitely a lot for lifestyle, you know, just going out to grab a coffee, brunch, things like that. But not as much because it's been winter and it's been cold. But this summer, Ian and I played a lot of pickleball. We're trying to get into pickleball, and I just feel like skirts and dresses are just very fun for that. So I was wearing a lot of skirts. Anyways, a rant over. This is the Court pleated skort. It's coming in black, and this is Stardust. You guys will remember Stardust from that 70s collection. It came out then. It's kind of just like an ivory, kind of like off-white. So we have this kind of lightweight outer material, almost kind of like crepey in feel. It's a 97% polyester, 3% spandex. The waistband is just an elastic, and you guys know I don't necessarily love elastics like this, but it's just kind of that like ribbon elastic almost, so you really have to get the fit right on these to make sure it's not gaping or it's not cutting into you. And then there are shorts underneath. We have side pockets on the underside shorts. This underneath material feels kind of more sleek performance, and the inner inseam is a 4-inch inseam, so kind of their typical short inseam, and the full length of the skirt is 12 inches. And there's a little coin logo sewn in right here. All right, guys, here is the Court pleated skort. Super cute. So this is the elastic waistband, and I'd say this one isn't like a super high rise. It's more of like a mid to high for me. I am seeing some belly button here. With this waistband, I do feel like it's going to stay up very well, and this is definitely a good size for me. The waistband is snug, not gaping, but also not cutting in, and the shorts feel good as well. So I would definitely stay true to size, but this is still snug on me, but I would definitely size up if you're in between sizes. So the little pleats are super cute. They're kind of sewn at the top of the pleats here, and then they just have the little pleat detail. I am kind of worried how this would hold up in the wash. I don't really know what the washing instruction is for these. Maybe there's a tag somewhere that tells me. We do have the shorts underneath. These are a 4-inch short, so they will probably roll slightly on me, but I like that they have the 2 pockets on either side. They do have a front seam, and it is a little invasive, but you won't see that for the most part, so it's more just like a comfort thing. They feel pretty thick thigh friendly, but again, probably will roll on me. And while the skirt is super cute, I just generally prefer my skirts to be a little bit longer, because you lean over like a teeny bit in this one and you're already seeing the shorts. So I would have liked like an extra inch or 2 of length. Will I still wear this? Yes, but I just feel more comfortable in a slightly longer skirt for me personally. The inner short compression is about a medium compression. It's really not that much. And yeah, cute. I wish they had like a better top pairing to go with this. Then here it is from the side and the back. Next, we're going to move on to sports bras, and we're going to start it out with the Rosa V2 sports bra. We've had a lot of renditions of the Rosa V2 sports bra. Basically, it is just the Rosa sports bra, but in the Elysium fabric. So this is going to be your matching set with the Rebel leggings. The Rosa V2 has a good like medium to full coverage. I feel like I get full coverage in this top section, occasionally just like a teeny bit of side boob, but I've never been at risk for falling out in this one, and the support is pretty good as well. About a medium to high support. The regular Rosa might be more medium, but the Elysium really like holds you in, so definitely medium to high support. I would say true to size, I wear my normal size small, but if you're in between on this one, because of the Elysium fabric, a little more compression, I would definitely pick the size up. So yeah, more compressive than the original Rosa bra. You also have removable cup pads as usual. They do enter from the top area, like the top strap, and I don't like that as much because you can't like reach in and adjust the cup pad once it's on. So that's kind of my one thing with the Rosa bra. I love this bra. It's like always a go-to, very safe bra choice for me, but it's just hard to adjust the cup pad, and the cup pads need to be in the right area when I'm wearing them. So another thing about the Rosa V2 bra, instead of the bra straps just kind of like laying two on top of two like they do on the Rosa bra, these ones intertwine. So you can see the straps are fully intertwined here. They kind of twist together. So we have two crisscrossing straps in the back. It is a long line sports bra, so there are no elastics in it. It's just double layered fabric down the bottom, and then we have the Buffbunny logo. This one's always a classic. Next we have the Harmony Halter sports bra. I am wearing it right now. It's only coming in black though. So this is another Newbury fabric sports bra. It is soft, brushed to the touch. It's about a medium coverage. It has really good coverage on the side here because the fabric kind of like crosses over and really it gives you good side boob coverage, but you do have kind of like a mid-sized little cutout down here that you do get a little inner under boob situation. So I still have a lot of space before my nips are gonna come out, so I'm never worried about that, and I do wear this comfortably during workouts, but something to think about. Support is pretty good. It's about a medium to high. It's also a long line sports bra, so really no elastics. You have the seam and then double layered fabric down the back. And technically a halter is something that like goes around your neck. This isn't a halter in that sense. It just kind of has that high neck. So not really a halter, called a halter, but it's okay, I know what they mean. And the straps kind of go up and then transition into elastic straps in the back. The straps are adjustable, and then it also has a 3-hook closure in the back. And I like that this one, even though it's not like a halter or racer back, the straps are never gonna fall down because they're so high up in the front. So you don't have to worry about the straps falling off, even though they're straight up and down in the back. I don't know, I really loved this sports bra when it launched. I think it was Secrets in the Sand again. It's just super cute and unique, and you know, just like a little different taste of cleavage than we're used to. Then we have the Sphynx ribbed sports bra. So this one's only coming in black, and this goes with the Material Girl ribbed leggings. So this one's kind of a similar vibe to the Harmony Halter sports bra, except the cutout is much bigger. So it's a sleek ribbed material like the Material Girl leggings. Light to medium coverage, light support, and I just feel like this is really flattering for kind of medium to small cup sizes, because it really, like, you know, amps up the girls and makes them look really good with this little cutout in the middle. But for me, I don't even think I've really worn this one to the gym because I just felt a little uncomfortable. I don't feel like I'd really fall out in it, but it's just a lot of cleavage for me. And don't get me wrong, I love a cleavage moment. I think it's cute. It's just a little bit too much. So this one is also a long line, true to size, but if you're in between, I would size up. The straps kind of come together much like the Harmony halter, and then in the back they do go into a racer back. This one's from Secrets in the Sand, which all of the logoing was a gold, and I think in this collection it's just gonna be a silver bar in the back. And they did make the inside of this one really soft. So here is the inner fabric. It is like slightly brushed, very soft against your skin, and then the outer fabric is just the ribbed material. So this one's cute, it's just not really my favorite for the large cup sizes. Next we have the Reversible sports bra. So this is the same as the High Roller sports bra from that 70s collection. So that's the one I have here, but the Reversible sports bra is coming in black and white. So it's going to be white with black straps, and then if you flip it inside out, it's going to be fully black. So this one's another Newbury sports bra, very soft to the touch. And most Newbury sports bras are long line, but this one just has a thin elastic at the bottom and is a shorter sports bra. So if you have a shorter torso, I feel like this takes up less of it. Surprisingly good coverage, but still definitely a light support. It just has these little spaghetti straps, and the strap kind of comes into a Y back situation, and you can also like kind of like pull and adjust these a little bit. But for me, I almost always need a cup pad in a sports bra, and these ones do not have any bust pads. So I feel like because it is a reversible sports bra, they didn't want to have that little cup pad hole anywhere. So just keep in mind, you might be prone to some nippage in this one. It is double thickness, but it's not as thick as if there were to be cup pads in it. So even though I do have coverage in this one and I can wear it, I feel like it's probably a little more towards these smaller cup sizes because it's not the most supportive. It is super cute though. I love the contrasting detail. They changed the name to just the Reversible sports bra instead of the High Roller. I thought the High Roller was kind of cute, but it was a very long name. So next we are moving on to tops. The first top is the Scarab jacquard top. I do not have this one, but it comes in black and white. It's made of a jacquard knit fabric. So jacquard is just when the print is woven into the fabric instead of printed on. It does have a shelf bra with removable cup pads. If you guys remember the Material Girl crop, this is a very similar structure, almost kind of like tube top in shape. And then it has these two little skinny adjustable straps, two as in two on each side. So 4. I never tried this one. For me, the straps just looked like they would kind of cut in because they were so skinny and small. So I wasn't so sure I would really like this one, but I do like that it has the shelf bra with removable cup pads, probably about like a medium coverage, but I would guess a light support. And I would probably stick true to size on this one, whatever your normal sports bra size is. Then we have the Crystal Crop V2. I love this top. So it's another Newbury top from them, and it is a built-in bra tank. I live in this style of tank for lifestyle over the summer. Lifestyle, walks, pickleball, all those things. Don't really normally wear this type to the gym, but you definitely can. So this is just coming in black and white. And like I said, it's made of the Newbury fabric. Really great coverage, like full coverage. I really don't get side boob. I really don't get any cleavage. Like I really stay in this top. Has these cute little like contouring seam details, kind of like contours the waist. Nice thick straps so it doesn't cut into you. And then it also just scoops up and down in the back, has more of those seams. This one's from Secrets in the Sand, so it has the gold coin logo, but this collection will be silver. And it has a full-on shelf lining with removable cup pads inside. So it's a full coverage, but really more of like maybe like a medium support. I would go with your normal sports bra size on this one. And actually I like that this one's coming in just the black and white because I feel like that's what I'd wear the most. Just like a classic white or black little crop like this. It is a crop though, and for me, I do still see some skin when I'm wearing this with leggings, so it doesn't quite hit the top of my legging waistband, so still a little bit cropped. Next we have the Transcend tee. I never got to try this one. This is my first time trying a Buffbunny like oversized tee. This one first launched in the Journey collection a year ago. So it's made of the Nimbus fabric, which is normally like a lightweight, stretchy material that they make a lot of their flowy tops out of. But when you add the printing to the Nimbus, I feel like it's not really brushed. So if you're used to the Nimbus fabric of like the rainforest crop, some of the other longer tanks, this one does not feel quite the same. So here it is. It has that little like quartz type print to it, but it is not really brushed. It is a print, so the inside is white, but it does have a really nice flow to it, where a lot of other tees maybe have a little more stiffness. So this is a size small. It definitely is just naturally going to be oversized, but let's just try this on so we can see. All right, here is the Transcend tee. So this is a size small, and I'd say it's kind of like medium oversized in the actual body, but the length, this is going well over my butt, and I am tall. So it's going to be a very long fit. I generally don't wear tops that are this long. I love the flowiness of the material. As you can see, it just kind of like moves with your body. It's also super, super stretchy, so lots of space. You can stick true to size. This is my normal size small and it's still very oversized, or you could size down if you don't want it quite as oversized, size up if you just want it much more oversized. You're just kind of going to have like a random kind of quartz tie-dye print to this. I got the darker one, and you can also kind of wear it different ways. Like if you wanted to tie like a little knot in the front, you still kind of get that oversized top situation, but not quite as long. So it's definitely enough room for you to be able to do that. Or you could crop it. I don't know how well this material would do with cropping because it's not just a cotton. And I do like that they make these oversized without having to size up, because as soon as you have to like size up 1 or 2 sizes to make it oversized, what do you do if you're already like a 2 or 3X? So I like that they make them so even if you are a larger size, it's still going to be oversized for you and you don't have to size up, because there aren't always sizes available to size up. So very stretchy. And then there are a bunch of fun graphic tees. I did not get any of these. I feel like they made them from a different manufacturer, so they might have just been like running late, but they're super cute. So there's the player tee, which says like courtside in the front with a little like basketball hoop. These all come in size small to XXL, 100% cotton. So you can wear your normal size if you want just kind of a regular tee fit. I have similar tees like this from Alphalete, which might even be from like the same like general t-shirt supplier that they make, and then they add their like screen printing graphics to. And I like wearing the small when I plan to crop the tees, because I always like cut my t-shirts because I just don't like full length t-shirts. I like when they're cropped like right at my legging waistband. So I like wearing a small for that, but if I want like a really oversized tee, I'll size up like 1 to 2 sizes. So it's just a t-shirt, so the sizing isn't like crucial, but I definitely would recommend sizing up if you're looking for the oversized pump cover vibe. So there's the player tee, there's the tennis club tee. So this one, the back of it says tennis courtside club and kind of like cool little groovy letters. And then the one I wanted was the courtside tee, which comes in white and then this kind of cream color, and it just says courtside on the back and a bunch of like cool letters and kind of like brown. So very neutral. Oh guys, I thought I could make this video 30 minutes or less, but I'm not so sure now. Okay, let's talk about dresses next. I'm so excited to talk about this one first. This is the courtside zip dress. So this one's made of a nylon spandex. So it kind of has just like a slight brushed feel to it, but this is kind of like an in-between the other two dresses we have today. It's not like skin tight, but it still has the built-in shorts, but it's not as flowy as like the Dazed dress. So I'm super excited to try it. It does have a little zip in the front, a little cutout action in the back. It does have removable cup pads, but it does not have the little elastic that goes under the bust, which I think I personally need for an active dress to really keep the girls supported. So we'll see how much lift I get in this one. The skirt is not like super flowy, but it still doesn't quite skim the body like as closely as like the Revolution dress. And then we have built-in shorts. Looks like we have no front seam on the built-in bodysuit, which a lot of their other ones do have a front seam, just because you can't really see it. I will measure this little inner inseam. Doesn't quite look 4 inches though. I kind of assumed we'd have like a pocket on the inner shorts, but I don't see one. Okay, first impressions of the dress. She's snug. So it's pretty much snug like everywhere. So I think this one runs small, and I would definitely consider a size up. So you can see I'm being a little bit pushed out the sides on the top here. It's even a little tight on these cutout bands. Snug at this bottom section here, and then we also are getting some cutting in at the thighs. So for me, this kind of feels like it's fitting like an extra small instead of a small. I think a medium would be better for me here. So here are the inner shorts. Like I was saying, there's actually no front seam on these, but there's also no pockets. This one being slightly slimmer fit, there maybe wasn't really room for pockets. I wish it had a little bit more flow to it, because this really isn't very much more loose than the Revolution dress in my opinion. So it's pretty short. Might be able to see a teeny bit when you bend over, little slits at the side, and then definitely snug here, and it kind of loosens up a teeny bit around the hips, but not very much. So I wonder if this would like ride up, you know, when you're moving around. Seems to be staying put pretty good. I feel like this fabric kind of like grips the shorts below it to kind of stay put there, but it kind of looks like I'm wearing a bodycon dress, and I didn't really want that. Okay, then let's take a look at the cutout section. So the cutout section is kind of nice because you feel like you have this like sports bra up here, and then you can almost make this like a little more long torso friendly, because you have like a little more flexibility with the vertical here. So it's not too short for my long torso. In general, the Buffbunny bodysuits, active dresses, have been totally fine for my long torso because they've been pretty stretchy, so I haven't had an issue. Then let's talk about the top. So we have a little zipper action here. There's a little bit of a vinyl situation kind of around the zipper, and there's also a hook and eye closure at the top. So you can kind of hook and eye closure the top. You can zip it open if you want a cleavage moment. You can kind of zip it halfway. This is probably how I'd kind of wear it. And it is like a locking zipper, so it does stay put. Or you can zip it fully up to the top. Again, this one does not have an elastic in it, but because I'm being so compressed, I'm actually getting pretty good support. So we're gonna give it a medium support. Honestly, it might even be higher because I'm so compressed, but in reality, probably a medium. And coverage, I'm also going to give a medium just because I am getting a decent amount of side boob. The straps do kind of come in a more narrow direction here and kind of like a medium neckline, enough to cover all the cleavage, but you're not quite up at the collarbones. And then the back is a full racer back. So let me know in the comments what you think of this dress. Is it flowy enough? Is this cute? Does it look too bodycon? I love that they put the shorts under it at least. And I'm gonna give it a try. I feel like it could be a little flowier, but that also just could be my preferences, liking a little more flowiness. Next we have the Dazed dress. This one is only coming in black, and this is kind of a more classic active dress. I tried the Dazed mesh dress back in the That 70s collection, and this is the Dazed dress that is not mesh. So it's made of a nylon spandex. This one is more sleek performance material. The front and back of it, like the top, is basically the shape of Rosa V2. And then you have a full-on bodysuit, a kind of flowy style dress. And the bodysuit does have a pocket on the left side and then a little tennis ball pocket on the right side. Some updates they said they made to this one. They said they made it 1 inch shorter. I personally didn't feel like it was too long last time, but I'm also very tall. And they said they made the bust area more supportive. They still have the removable cup pads, but there's still no elastic. And I really would like that elastic in there. Just give the girls some lift, because if you're gonna be bouncing around, you know, I need a little elastic to keep me lifted up. So we'll try it on and see. Okay guys, to be fair, I never tried the Dazed dress. I only tried the Dazed mesh dress. So they are slightly different materials, but this one's feeling much better. So even though it doesn't have this elastic in here, I think they just made the whole bust area just a little more snug. And you can see the girls, They're slightly perked. They're not hanging low. As someone with an unenhanced chest, you know, they don't support themselves. We need a little bit of lift. So I'm feeling pretty good in this one actually. It's still snug below the bust, and even though I don't have that elastic, I'm feeling okay. Would I like the elastic? Yes. But I would actually wear this one for a little pickleball in, you know? Like I could be wearing it. So instead of a light support in the past, we're actually gonna go with a medium support. So definitely feeling more secure. We have that typical Rosa V2 bra shape up here. So it's not full coverage, but I'm gonna give it a medium to full coverage, teeny peek of side boob and a little peek of cleavage here. So not absolutely full coverage, but definitely not going to fall out of it. And then they have those intertwining straps, which is why this is Rosa V2. Made of a nice sleek performance material, so something that's a little bonus about that. I'm not gonna collect pet fur, which is great because this is black, and just feels a little more athletic performance-y. Definitely something I could wear to get some exercise in. Also, I like the shape of it. It's kind of like almost like a fit and flare, not super flared, not necessarily like a circle skirt. The length is good for this one, definitely longer than the Court skort. We have a good couple inches longer than the shorts on the inside, and I feel like I could lean over and you're not necessarily showing a lot. So it's not overwhelmingly long, but not that uncomfortable short length where I feel like you can see the shorts that go like longer than the skirt. And then the bodysuit underneath. I will say, so we do have the front seam down here. This one not causing me as many problems as the Court skort. We have the phone pocket on the one side here, and then you have the tuckable little tennis ball pocket on the right side here. So my only thing is that the shorts down here, you can see they are cutting in just a teeny bit. I would care more if they were just regular shorts, but since it's the skirt, you can't really see that. But I will say definitely size up if you're in between, because this does feel a little bit on the snug side. Keep in mind, maybe not the most thick thigh friendly down here. The seams at the bottom are just a little bit more snug than I would like. But everything else is super cute. I'm actually really excited about this one as the weather starts getting a little bit warmer. And lastly, we have the Revolution dress. So this one I would not consider an active dress because it's like bodycon, there's no built-in shorts or anything, so kind of more of a lifestyle dress. I kind of struggle like on where to wear this one. I feel like I don't really wear my like athleisure bodycon dresses very much. So this one's true to size, made of the Newbury fabric, so extra soft and brushed. And if you're familiar with the Revolution bra, this one has that square neckline and that cute little strappy back detail. So this one does have a full-on built-in bra with the elastic. See, I don't know why they put the one with elastic in the non-active dress, because I don't need as much support in this one. Not mad about it. I just want to see this style of bra in the Dazed dress. So we have those removable cup pads. There's no lining to this one, and it is bodycon. I still found that this one did ride up a little bit on me. It has these little silicone strips on the inside. These little silicone strips are kind of to prevent the riding up. But for me, like even when these little silicone strips are put on like shorts, gravity, I guess it's the opposite of gravity, but movement is just gonna do what it wants to do to these things. So I just don't really feel like this does anything. This is the older version of the Revolution dress. They did say that the new version, they removed the slit at the side. So the previous one, the one that I have, has a slit. Now it is not going to have a slit, which I feel like is kind of nice because the slit kind of made it like pop up occasionally. And they made it more tapered in fit to help prevent that riding up. So it's going to be a little more snug at the very bottom of the dress to kind of keep it from riding up. So I bet it will be a little bit better in terms of the riding up. I still just don't really know where I would wear this. It's probably not going to be my top choice dress. I think I would wear the other dresses a little bit more. And it looks like the Game Changer belt bags will be back. I love the Game Changer belt bag. I've had mine for quite a while now. It's actually a pretty spacious belt bag. You can kind of wear them crossbody or as an actual belt bag. I have worn mine on hikes, like, you know, as a regular belt bag, but lifestyle, I usually wear it more crossbody. It's a water resistant material, and it's really just kind of like one giant space in the bag, not a lot of little compartments. I think there might be like some tiny little compartments in there, but in general, just kind of a smaller little bag. Okay guys, that is it for the review. Again, this is launching on Saturday, February 25th at 1 PM CST. And you can use code Kathryn for 10% off your order. If I had to choose my top picks, I think I would pick the embossed bossy rebel print set. I just feel like those like subtle black prints just are super wearable, but a little more unique than just plain black. I think the tees are super cute. I obviously haven't really tried the graphic ones myself, but I love a good graphic tee. I crop it myself, wear it to the gym. Just a fun moment. And if you're feeling a girly moment, either the Court pleated skort or the Dazed or Courtside zip dress, I feel like those are all super cute. Maybe not a ton of bra support in them. There's a little bit of something, but if you're on like the medium to smaller cup sizes, probably wouldn't be a problem for you. And then I also love the Harmony halter top and the crystal crop. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!